Big Nuffin's Big Quiz!
Yeah, howdy doody, good people. Hope you're all fine and dandy out there. Big Nothing back in the house for another edition of
Big Nuffin's Big Quiz!
Yeah, the last quiz we done was called That's Dumb. Well, this one's a bit of a counteract to that. This one's called That's Smart. Yeah, so we got 30 smart sayings for you. All you have to decide is who said these very smart things. Simple as that, folks. You can do it. So, without further ado, let's play
Big Nuffin's Big Quiz!
Roll the theme music.
Big Nuffin's Big Quiz! Big Nuffin's Big Quiz! Big Nuffin's Big Quiz! Big Nuffin's Big Quiz! Well, if you want your life to pop and fizz, well, you better start playing Big Nuffin's Big Quiz. Big Nuffin's Big Quiz!
Okay, question 1. Who said injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere? Malcolm X, Ronald Reagan, Martin Luther King Jr. or Barack Obama? Who said that? It was Martin Luther King Jr. Question 2. Who said education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world? Martin Luther King Jr., Carl Sagan, Nelson Mandela or Kofi Annan? It was Nelson Mandela that time. Question 3. Who said the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing? Voltaire, Edmund Burke, Thomas Jefferson or Abraham Lincoln? Edmund Burke said that. Okay, question 4. Who said the true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination? Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking, Carl Sagan or Richard Feynman? It was Albert Einstein. Einstein a go-go. Question 5. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. Franklin D. Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, Dwight D. Eisenhower or Harry Truman? That was Winnie. Winston Churchill said that. Question 6. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela, Barack Obama, Maya Angelou or Mahatma Gandhi? That was Nelson Mandela. Nelson. Okay, question 7. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Buddha, Confucius, Lao Tzu or the Dalai Lama? That was Buddha. Buddha, can you spare a dime? Okay, question 8. If you're going through hell, keep going. Who said that? Theodore Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, Abraham Lincoln or Napoleon Bonaparte? That was Winston Churchill again. Keep going, you don't want to stop in hell. Okay, question 9. He who opens a school door closes a prison. Victor Hugo, Leo Tolstoy, Charles Dickens or Fyodor Dostoevsky? Tongue twisters, every one of them. Victor Hugo said that. Question 10. Be yourself, everyone else is taken. Who said that? Oscar Wilde, Mark Twain, Winston Churchill or George Bernard Shaw? Be yourself, everyone else is taken. That was Oscar Wilde.
Big interesting fact!
Oscar Wilde was an Irish author, poet and playwright who lived from 1854 to 1900. He came up with some fantastic sayings such as, be yourself, everyone else is already taken, to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance, I can resist everything except temptation, and my personal favourite, some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go. Ha! Oscar Wilde, what a guy! Educate and entertain, folks!
Big Nuffin's Big Quiz!
Okay, question 11. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Was that the Dalai Lama, Mahatma Gandhi, Desmond Tutu or Mother Teresa? Be the change you wish to see. It was Mahatma Gandhi. Wise words there. 12. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Thomas Edison, Nikola Tesla, Benjamin Franklin or Steve Jobs? Great saying. It was Thomas Edison. Great attitude. 13. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. Elon Musk, Alan Kay, Steve Jobs or Bill Gates? Who said that? Tech titans all. It was Alan Kay. Question 14. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. Plato, Aristotle, Socrates or Marcus Aurelius? It was Aristotle, Greek philosopher. Question 15. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. Very wise. James Baldwin, Malcolm X, Angela Davis or Toni Morrison? It was James Baldwin. Question 16. I'm not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship. Emily Dickinson, Louisa May Alcott, Jane Austen, or Charlotte Bronte? It was Louise May Alcott, that one. Okay, 17. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way you're right. Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Napoleon Hill, or Dale Carnegie? One of my favourite sayings, that one, folks. It's Henry Ford. What a wise chap he was. 18. If I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend 6 sharpening my axe. Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, Ulysses S. Grant, or Benjamin Franklin? It was Abe again, Abraham Lincoln. Question 19. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, Carl Jung, or Elon Musk? That was Albert Einstein. Einstein a go-go. 20. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson, Henry David Thoreau, Walt Whitman, or Mark Twain? It was Ralph Waldo Emerson. Question 21. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Barack Obama, or Nelson Mandela? It was Martin Luther King Jr. again. Okay, 22. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Aristotle, Socrates, Plato, or Pythagoras? Okay, the answer to that one is Socrates. Question 23. When something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are not in your favour. Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, or Richard Branson? Tech titans all. It's Elon Musk. Muskie. Okay, 24. Courage is resistance to fear. Mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Ernest Hemingway, Mark Twain, Franklin D. Roosevelt, or Theodore Roosevelt? It was Mark Twain, the author. Okay, 25. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. Jimmy Dean, Tony Robbins, Oprah Winfrey, or Will Smith? Jimmy Dean, James Dean. Okay, 26. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. How true? LeBron James, Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, or Kobe Bryant? It was Wayne Gretzky. What a great saying. Question 27. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama, Eleanor Roosevelt, or Amelia Earhart? Eleanor Roosevelt, that one. Very wise. 28. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Paul McCartney, Bob Dylan, John Lennon, or David Bowie? Okay, who said that? It was John Lennon, the much-missed John Lennon. Question 29. Don't raise your voice, improve your argument. Great saying. Barack Obama, Nelson Mandela, Desmond Tutu, or Martin Luther King Jr.? It was Desmond Tutu. Tutu. Okay. Finally, question 30. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Socrates, Aristotle, Plato, or Confucius? It was Aristotle.
Big bonus question.
Yeah, we got a bonus question, folks. Who said educate and entertain, folks? Was it Dolly Parton, Magnus Magnuson, Ricky Gervais, or Big Nothing? Yeah, Big Nothing said that, boy.
Big Nothing's Big Quiz.
Yeah, that's it, folks. That's the end of this quiz. And how did you do? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, and if you liked the video, consider giving it a thumbs up. Maybe consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one when it comes along. So, thanks again, folks. Thanks for all the nice comments I've been getting and subscribers. So let's keep it going. Thanks again. Let's catch you next time on the next edition of
Big Nothing's Big Quiz.
So long, folks.
Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Well, if you want your life to pop and fizz, well, you better start playing Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz. Big Nothing's Big Quiz.
Shut up!